a good night's rest. My prayer is, Lord, that you will bless each and everyone playing this wonderful sport today. Let it be in good camaraderie. Let there be new friendships formed. And when we get together for our lunches and other meals, Lord, will you bless it to our bodies and make us glad for that. Bless us with wonderful days for the rest of this tournament, Lord. And we pray it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Right, once again, morning ladies and gents. All I can do, I think I spoke last night, but all I can do is wish each and every one of you a success. I know there's got to be one winner, but I think everyone here today is a winner. They've got this far. So I'm not going to say much more except, guys, enjoy it, play it in the spirit it's supposed to be played, make new friends, make memories, and enjoy the facilities you've got here. I'm going to hand over to the greens to Owen, and then he can carry on.
Morning all. I might try and make this as short as possible, so it's only 45 points that I've got to raise with you guys today. First of all, I'd just like to congratulate Newcastle on their tremendous efforts that they put together, and I'd like to ask you guys to give them a round of applause for the fact that they are celebrating their 100th anniversary. It's not often many clubs get to do that. I also just want to wish all of you the best. I am on the jury, and I'd like to just sit and be quiet in the corner of the tournament. It would be appreciated. You've gone sick. With that, I'll keep this as short as possible, so I'm going to ask Arthur to come on and read the address from the South African President, Mr. Smith.
Morning, everyone. I'm just going to read you the letter from our President. First of all, let me start by congratulating Newcastle Bowling Club, who are celebrating their distance. Truly a momentous achievement. It's unlikely that your 76 members, 9 years to 90 years, were here in the beginning, but not far off. Newcastle is the third largest town in the province of KwaZulu, and has extremely rich culture history dating back to the 18th century. It was originally founded in the year 1864. So if my math serves me correct, it means that only 60 years after the bowling club was established. My regret is I will not be there to join you in celebrations, but be rest assured, in spirit, if not in body. In my absence, I wish to welcome everyone here this week. Sponsors, spectators, tournament officials, and of course, most important of all, the players. To those of you who are here to compete, you have achieved your highest honours in your districts for the mixed pairs. Many of you are not only partners on the green, but are partners at home. My message to you is patience. I know because I too have been courageous enough to team up with my husband. I have lived the pressure and frustrations required from both during the match. Hopefully, like me, you'll have given full instructions beforehand on how to behave and what not to say during play. To those that are not marital partners, you have the advantage here, so make good use of it. Forgive me for repeating a paragraph from my last year's message, but it's the best illustration of my point, so I'm going to include this in this year's message. The bowls we use are biased, which means they are unsymmetrical in nature. It is a very challenging game as one side of the bowl is not proportioned and travels in curved path. In mixed pairs we have two people who are very different in all aspects. Together they are also unsymmetrical in nature. Their physical, physiological, tactical thoughts and behaviors are sometimes not in proportion with each other. They need to be combined and balanced in order to produce the perfect results. The trick is not to allow the partnership to become unbalanced and travel on a wrong bias path. Coordinate your thoughts and skills to gain strength and depth in your partnership. If you can achieve this balance, then you have done your best and the games will be successful. Finally, I would like to extend a special thanks on behalf of my Bowls SA executive to everyone that has been involved in the organization of this tournament. To the BSA office, the sponsors, the tournament event officials, greenkeepers, caterers, technical officials, security and cleaners. Thank you for your dedication and hard work that has gone into making this event happen. We do not take all this for granted. Please note that it is extremely appreciated. Now end my message with a quote, especially for pairs. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Good bowling to you all. Heather Boucher, President BSA. Good luck to you all and enjoy the tournament.
Thanks, Arthur, for that. I think all has been said there, and I'm sure you guys want to start delivering some bowls. So with that, I would ask you all to remove your headgear, face the flagpoles, and for the raising of the flag and the national anthem. Thank you. Thank you, and good bowling, and enjoy the week.
Hi, good morning viewers here from Newcastle Bowling Club in the lovely KwaZulu-Natal here for the 2024 Bowls of Africa Mixed Pairs Championships, and we're joined in commentary by Owen James. Good morning, Owen.
Good morning, and we've woken up to a lovely morning this morning. Good weather for bowling, breeze, there's virtually no air movement. The greens are running very nicely. So yeah, I think we're in for a good day of bowls if the weather stays like this. Temperature's going to be climbing up to, they say, about 24 degrees, so very
lovely.
Comfortable bowling.
Yeah, and the greens are running extremely fast. I think after time to this morning, he said it was running at 15.
Yeah.
So starting off with the morning at 15, so I think we're going to have good
some,
speeds tomorrow and over the weekend.
Yep, definitely. They will have to adjust, especially those coming up from the coast. Mind you, I suppose those guys in the coast are having to throw their bowls quite hard with all the water and rain that the Cape has had. So to those guys in the Cape, we wish you speedy recoveries on your greens, and hope that all your greens come right and are playable. And,
especially
hard
with
ones.
most of the season starting almost now, just after all the AGMs and stuff, new seasons, new leagues and stuff like that going off.
Yeah. Either that, or they can say that they've had good watering, good water on their greens.
And remember, we're interactive, so you're welcome to drop us a comment. We'll check your comments on our YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, we'll also explain some of the basic rules to anyone who's new at the game. And it looks like Northern Cape has picked up here. Looks like two was taken out there. I'm just going to check if as soon as they update the scoreboard for us. Now we have a humdinger of a match here this morning, Owen.
Yeah, it's a good opener.
Oh no, actually this is JBA picked up.
It's a good opening match with Jason and Louise Evans versus CP and Annelie Mathewson. So great start for live streaming. I think you can see some of the top players in action straight away.
And they actually picked up a 5 on that one.
JBA took a 5 on that one. So I think I was just watching the first end. The Northern Cape battled there a little bit with the speed. Just adjusting to the speed quickly, but
great line there by Louise.
But it's still a long way to go.
They're playing 21 ends?
No,
18 ends.
This is 18
ends, yes.
It's 18 ends, so
and burnt ends are replayed as well.
Burnt ends are replayed.
Which will definitely be in the mix when you have Charles Peter Mathewson on the green. He does like playing the attacking shot.
The occasional attacking shot, and so we have opted for those viewers and anybody else out there. We have opted to from tomorrow also start off half an hour earlier at 8:30 rather than the normal 9 o'clock, and this is to ensure that in the event of, because it's 18 ends and replayed, it's just to ensure that Newcastle doesn't have to put on their fantastic spotlights, which they've got around the clubhouse. They've got massive LED spotlighting on all their greens, and to make sure that we don't have to make use of them for this tournament, we've decided to start half an hour earlier.
Yeah, and of course Newcastle Bowling Club having their centenary celebrations as well, finishing it off basically with the mixed pairs. Very privileged that we can have a tournament like this at a club that has such a rich history. I went through the clubhouse yesterday and looked at all the posters and letters they have there in the back. Long history of lawn bowls here, and we heard in the message from our president Heather Boucher as well about the history of Newcastle as well. So lots of interesting So Annelie is holding free at the moment.
Yeah.
And looking across the green, Owen, there's quite a strong field here in the section. The red, oh, the blue section.
It's the blue section playing today, being live streamed today.
Oh, wonderful ball there by
Jason
Jason.
has managed to put one on the jack.
And also the toucher.
Yeah, well, I looked at the all the participants, and as was pointed out at the function last night, as to just how many current proteas, as well as past proteas, vets, that are actually at the tournament. When I compare it to last year's mixed, we seem to have a real powerhouse this year taking part.
Oh, unfortunately, just. But I think he's still holding.
He's still taken to.
And he's moved it to Louise's ball, so
Yeah.
it's ended up well. But I think he wanted just to be not move it too much. But yeah, it's worked out for him.
And you know, for those players that for those viewers out there, we've got on the next ring after this one is Ekurhuleni versus the youngsters from Sedibeng. When I say the youngsters, congratulations to Sedibeng on sending a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old to the mixed pairs. They won it. They won their district. They up and coming. So it's wonderful to see the youngsters coming through.
And if you go to the junior nationals, you see Sedibeng also feature in the medals there as well. So they're definitely doing something good there in terms of youth development.
Definitely.
The coaches that side is doing a lot of work to see these youngsters making it through to a tournament like this.
Yep. But it's wonderful to see that the youngsters here, and then.
And they're playing against a very experienced side of John
Lupi and Toy.
Yeah. So Toy, I saw a few. Took that one out. Yeah, wonderful ball there by Jason. A few years back in Port Alfred, playing at the mixed pairs as well.
Yep. And then John has obviously just been selected for the African states. So that's why I say, you know, there's some real tough opposition. I certainly wouldn't be putting money down on any specific team.
There's no favourites in this section.
Definitely not.
You have over on ring 5. You have the ever green golden Neil Burkett. And then you have Wayne York and the green next door.
And that's all just in one section.
That's all in just one section. Only one of those groups will go through to the finals on Sunday.
Yeah. And one, we'll tomorrow we can have a look at the A section and when they're being live streamed and so on. So yeah, let's go.
So it looks like it was 2-2 JBA, so they're off to a good start.
I think during the course of the day we'll just we'll try and keep the viewers up to date on as each end goes of each of the other rinks going.
Yeah, we'll even have send somebody around to get us the scores on the
other rink,
our rink as well, the other section.
Yeah.
Keep everybody updated, and remember, as soon as the scores are available, we'll post them on the Bowls One Sport for Life and Bowls South Africa Facebook page as well. And we're already up to 100 viewers, Owen.
Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah, for early morning. I think a few people are watching from work, sneaking in. Every time the boss comes past, they'll just put on the
Excel spreadsheet quickly.
Now, let us know where you're watching from as well in the comments. We normally have quite a few international viewers as well from Wales and New Zealand.
New Zealand is probably just coming home from work at the moment, so they'll be coming online hopefully soon. Wales is only just waking up.
And Louise originally from Wales.
That's correct, yeah. She's originally from Wales, and obviously with being married to Jason, has lived for a number of years here in South Africa now. She plays out of Morningside in Johannesburg, according to her daughter. She's playing with Drakes, Zeros.
She's been playing from the start. She's only started playing bowls recently. I think it was about 5 years back.
And
she's also one of your disability stars.
yes, I have to put it out there that I'm very proud of Louise from a point of view of how she has advanced so beautifully and so correctly, so quickly through the disability ranks. She's one of our disability stars. She did very well at the IBD, International Bowls for the Disabled World Championships. So, being a medalist at the end of it. So from disability side, we're very proud of the fact that a lady like Louise is actually taking part in this tournament, and it's wonderful that disability doesn't mean inability.
No, and that's a nice thing about lawn bowls as a sport as well, is you're able to compete no matter. We have, like I say, we have a 15-year-old, and I don't know how old Neil is. I have to check on his data here. 76-year-old, all playing at the top level still. Disability player like Louise. I've played against a few of the blind bowlers at district level as well. And I haven't beaten one yet, so maybe I should be playing blindfolded. That's wonderful. That's a nice thing about sport. That's why we call it the sport, one sport for life.
One sport and one sport for
all.
Yeah.
So CP drawing, I think first shot there, but Jason was going to try and beat him, and I think he has. Wonderful ball there. Might just run through. Yeah. And at least still indicating that they're holding. Looks like I might be holding 2 shots from our angle. Yeah, and both the skips playing with aero bowls, Jason and Charles Peter.
So much easier to say CP.
Yeah, I know, but or should just refer to him as Charles. Yeah. He's from my home district, so I've played against him a few times, and I always say when you see he's drawing, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because he's probably one of the best drawers in the game, playing against the other best, of course, 5-time master winner Jason Evans. Needs no introduction. Just running through there again. His last ball, yeah, just a draw. And of course, CP and his mother won this title in 2018. The same year that CP also won the under 30 championships for the first time for Northern Cape. the under 30 inter-districts, which they've won this year again. So we'll hope that history repeats itself and he can win the mixed pairs as well.
I'm correct in saying that CP is going to the African.
Yeah, he's
African
states. Yeah, he's part of the African state side as well.
States. Which is a good thing again. Another youngster.
No, he still has.
Youngster, but you know, a younger going through to represent the country. Wonderful results here. I don't know what.
I think they picked up 2. We'll just wait for them to update the flipboard for us. Luckily, we have the flipboards that makes it a lot easier for us.
Yeah.
So they've completed 2 ends now. They're playing the third one.
They haven't put up the third end.
Oh, so the fourth end, yeah.
They haven't. Hopefully she'll put it up now. Annalise putting on the score. Yep, picked up 1. Great ball from Louise there. Sorry, the cameraman is just busy trying to
Get a focus on.
Get it set up, so they manually following the bowls at the moment and so on. But they're trying to set up the correct angles. You know, always some teething problems on day 1 and the first game of day 1.
Yeah, lovely shot of the delivery action.
Obviously,
drawing another one in there. Great ball there by
Louise has done. Louise put on another great ball there. Annalise.
She has those 2 back balls now to rest on, and taken 1 out. Oh, great weight as indicated by Jason there.
Smooth surface, eh?
Yeah.
Better than the bloody Port Elizabeth greens.
Apologies if anybody heard the comment, but that was obviously we've got a bit of an area mic which does pick up spectators in the background occasionally.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into a tournament like this. So I think everybody should be very thankful for all the volunteers. Done a lot of work to get.
Yeah, it's very much a reliance on volunteers to get these tournaments running, and you know, and people don't realize that to hold tournaments like this, you know, your greens you've got to start work on your greens and your green surfaces not a month before.
No.
It's a long time preparation. Without having to bring in the latest international bowls of the disabled World Championships held in South Africa too often. But you know, some of the work that started on those greens and the clubhouses and the facilities and so on, those were started more than a year prior to the start of the tournament. You know, especially some of the clubs which had to modify their clubhouses to facilitate wheelchairs and ramping systems and all of that. You know, that type of work takes a lot. Thank goodness at this tournament they didn't have to facilitate do too much alterations to their facilities. I did have a little bit of a joke with the president where he was claiming that they're 100 years old, their
wonderful
centenary,
bowling.
celebrating their centenary, and I said, but I know that these bricks are only 20 years old, so how can you be telling me that your clubhouse is 100 years? And he understood my wicked sense of humour.
CP unlucky there, getting a touch, and unfortunately the jack just bouncing back from one of the backwoods and ending at exactly the same position.
Yep.
So Louis still holding shot for JBA, and Jason with the opportunity to draw second.
Yeah, with his last ball, with the last ball coming down of this end.
And looks to be on a good road. It's going to be close. Yeah, and he's drawn another one in.
Well done. Lovely controlled weight there.
So yeah, that's 2 to JBA. They'll move on to 8.
For those that are interested in the other games, Sedibeng, after 3 ends, Sedibeng is up 3-1 on Ekurhuleni. Eden is up 4-3 on KwaZulu-Natal. Eastern Province is up 4-0 to Southern Free State. And
Western Province versus Mpumalanga
is Western Province has 5, Mpumalanga 2, all after 3 ends. So there's a quick update for you guys.
Yeah, and most of them have either on the 4th end or completed the 4th end. There's still a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great weight control there by Louis, just missing a line slightly. They're playing on the end rink, so we'll have to see how this rink plays on the ditch hand. Normally but I say there's no wind to speak of.
Wind.
It's a lovely day. No clouds in the air as well.
Yeah.
Oh, great line there by Annalise, just falling slightly short.
I was surprised when they did the team introductions last night, and you must have picked it up as to just how many are husband-wife combinations this year as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand CP and Mom playing together and stuff like that, but there were, if I remember correctly counting, I think there were five actual husband and wife
couples. And there was a nice joke about the brave people who are playing with their wives.
Yeah.
I know of a few players, including myself, where my wife said next year she won't be playing with me.
No explanation.
No explanation.
Just, I'm not playing.
And then I know of another couple that after the trial ends, the wife signed the card and said, "We're done."
Anali has put a bit of pressure on this time. She's holding shot.
Yeah, and that putting the pressure on as a lead is so important, especially in all formats of the game. It really changes the dynamics of the game. If you can put on that pressure, it just puts your opponent on a different attacking mindset.
Different mindset, yeah.
And it,
CP's, beautiful.
yeah, drawn a beautiful one there.
Fantastically drawn.
And that's his second touch of the match. Oh, almost clipping CP's ball there. Yeah, and I think it's important if you want to progress as a team or a mixed pairs partner, to have a solid lead playing for you, almost like a professional lead. It's so important. I always tell my new players I coach, the easiest way to get into a district side or other side is to be a good lead.
Good lead.
There's 100 skips, but only 4 leads in the district. Yeah, just missing his line slightly there, but he's definitely trying to get onto those 2 balls and maybe split or end up in between them and hold shot. And that was his last ball now, so opportunity here for CP to draw in another one and maybe close the gap on that 6-1 lead. CP actually started playing at the Nationals at the age of 13 already with his dad.
That's a good youngster to start off so young, and wonderful to see that.
He was actually born, he says he was born next to the green, but yeah, he's that's free. That's free to Northern Cape. But they'll move on to 4.
It's quite something to see that you know, he was a top-rate cyclist for quite a while, and you know, achieving his junior masters, junior essays colours for cycling, and you know, at his age has moved over onto playing bowls and really doing well at this level.
Yeah, and he has lovely support from his wife and his 3-year-old daughter. And next to the green, supporting him along with the dad, Etienne. Everybody knows Etienne. If you've been playing bowls for any number of years at high level. The same with his mum. I think she also played a few Masters tournaments, been invited to. The Masters a few years back, I remember, and yeah, she's won a mixed pairs in 2018, mixed pairs bronze in last year's tournament as well.
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, she took the bronze.
And 2009 pairs title against Zimbabwe, or in Zimbabwe.
quite interesting to see that she's actually keen on angling as well. So
Yeah.
fishing and stuff.
Annelie definitely finding the line on this green. All three balls very close to the center line. Again, putting the pressure on, so it's maybe just the shift of momentum. Finding her weight as well. Gets it down. Yeah, moves herself up there. If you're watching this from home, let us know where you're watching from.
My eyes are not that good to be able to see right across the distance.
If you do the commentary, I can quickly go get the scores.
We're going to try and get the scores from the other green quickly, give you guys an update of the 5 ends, so that we'll try and keep it going like that, so that we can keep you updated with all the districts. And even though you're only able to see JBA and Northern Cape, we'll try and get all the scores and update you on all the games as we go through. So next update will be after 5 ends. Another great draw by CP. Jason almost, CP still holding, but Jason almost managed to push him out of the head there with that ball. Let's see what CP can do. Great try there from Jason to rest on CP's bowl, and it would appear that Northern Cape got 2 on that. Northern Cape 2. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick update on the other games. On Rink A is obviously, as you can see, JBA 8, Northern Cape 6 on this Rink 1. On Rink 2, Sedibeng is 5 with Ekurhuleni at 2. On Rink 3 is Eden 4. KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, is on 6. This is all after 5 ends. On Ring 4 is Southern Free State 2, Eastern Province 5, and then finally Mpumalanga on Ring 5 is Mpumalanga is 7 with Western Province 5.
Yeah, and I've just walked over to the sea green to get you the scores on that side. On Ring 1 we have Border versus Port Natal. Border leading or trailing 6-5 against Port Natal. Then we have BGN versus Northwest on Ring 2. Francois Koen's side leading 5-3 there. Boland versus NIBA. Boland leading 8-2.
Nice.
And Northern Free State leading Sables 7-2. And then on Ring 5 we have Limpopo. This is Kingfisher. Kingfisher 4-2.
So hopefully,
and all by 5 ends. So
all on 5 ends. So it's
timing is working out.
we hope that we can try and keep you updated every 5 ends or so for all the other districts, so that you can, those supporting the districts that are not being live streamed can actually see and know the results. It was such a great try from Jason there. It just sat on the, almost stopped on the edge.
Done your shift now. What's your shift? Arthur Langley. I take it you enjoy cold eggs and bacon. Yeah.
And Jason drew a spectacular last ball there, right on the edge.
That's when having a
Really, really well weighted shot. Well, congratulations there. And that gives them 2 shots. So that's a quick 2 to JBA.
Yes, 2 to JBA, so they move on to
10.
10.
Yeah.
And again, showing the importance of getting that first ball close. I'm doing a bit of tracking on the first ball versus the result, and it looks like in most of the heads so far we've had, who's ever holding that first shot after that first ball has been bowled by both leads, seems to be winning the end as well.
Oh, okay. It's an interesting bit of a stat that it's popping up on at this stage. Obviously, it's not quite scientifically proven yet.
No. We'll gather the data. Maybe we will write a doctorate about it someday. A thesis.
I was looking to fill it up. Thank you very much.
CP's never worried about one right at the back
No,
like that. He
no,
never
it's
worries
always
about that.
it's. They have a saying there in Kimberley where he plays was best back ball ever. Trademarked by Scotty Elliott from that area.
Okay. All right.
Just beat your laugh. Meet Jessica.
Often wonder whether, unfortunately my partner doesn't play the sport yet, although she has got balls and stuff like that. The bug hasn't bitten her. But I often wonder whether I could actually play at this level mixed pairs with my partner. I think it could lead to quite interesting chats in the evenings on the return home.
I actually heard the best explanation for why it's not always a good idea. One of my players I coach, she doesn't play with her husband. She says he's too comfortable to tell her when she does something wrong, where you're a lot more admirable when it's a stranger or a friend or a...
I was reading CP's comments here as well. With his who's influenced his bowls and stuff like that, and Yes, he does mention his dad, and obviously his dad and his mom got him into the sport, but he says that, in fact, what you're saying, a stranger, in very wide terms, Neil Burkett is one of his mentors. He will always respect what Neil has to say to him, and Neil's advice. And chatting to Neil last night, he joked with me about the fact that he's warned CP that they're going to be playing each other in the last round, and he said, Neil turned around to CP and said, you get rid of all your cowboy shots before you play me, because when you play me, you play the game. No cowboy shots.
Yeah, CP always says when you are, but any of the youngsters that have been to any camp where Neil is the first thing he tells especially the young guys is no cowboy bowls. Shooting from the hip. Good head developing here. Both players, I think it's a good measure, but I think it's just in favour of CP's bowl at the back, maybe.
I think it's.
Yeah, no, I think actually, CP's bowl. If you look at this angle from where we're watching now, definitely looks like it's the JBA bowl. Holding shot, but they're having a good look. I think he's going to try and get onto that back ball of CP, rest it out and make it free. But he luckily already has the protection at the back, the perfect delivery insurance policy for the drive.
Congrats on your achievement on Sunday. The zone. What was the final score? 9. I heard that. What happened to your front rank?
They came right at the end.
Oh, unfortunately taking his own ball out. But almost got onto CP's ball on the ricochet.
No.
Serious?
CP just basically needs to beat this ball of Louise to draw another one. And this will get him within 2 shots of JBA. They've done well to get back from that 5 they dropped on the first end.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Just that meter short. Perfect line.
Northern Cape. Both sides sticking to this medium to long ends. I think on the screens it's actually similar to playing short ends. It's running at 15 seconds.
Because I'm sure the results that came through from Michelle that she put on Facebook. Or no, what's that?
Oh.
It said 15 now.
So Owen, how did you get started in playing lawn bowls? How long have you been playing?
The first time I picked up a bowl, I was actually 14 years old. And my dad was the president of a little club down on the south coast of Natal called Mbogantwini. And him being president managed to arrange, and you can imagine 50 years ago, of a youngster of 15 years of age coming to play bowls. And my dad managed to get the members to accept that I came and I played tabs in with them down there. So I played with my dad for about 2 years out of Mclean, and then obviously the other sports bugs bit, and I took up the game of hockey and played hockey for many years until I realized that I was getting too old to run when I started to play dirty. Which was at the same time my dad had spoken to my son about taking up the sport of bowls. For those of you that don't know, and for yourself, my son is actually a cerebral palsy. So he had the opportunity of trying out cricket, trying out soccer, trying out tennis, and the other sports. And with his limited movements and stuff, my dad then said to him, come, try bowls. So he took my son off and played bowls, and the bug bit with him, and to make sure that he stayed with him. Obviously he was also a youngster of 14, 15, didn't have transport, so dad became his Uber. And I thought, well, if I'm going there, I might as well carry on playing at the same time. And so it was in the late 90s that I actually started playing again, knowing a little bit about the sport, and I was able to then continue playing. And and then my biggest thing is obviously my niece, who's also was also a youngster, and my sister. We all got involved with playing the sport through my dad, and then finally my niece Natalie picked up an eye issue, and she was classified as being blind, so she changed from able-bodied bowls over and joined blind bowlers, and that was when I took an interest in what was happening with blind bowlers and disability. And after 2 or 3 years, I actually became her director, and the two of us played together at a couple of national tournaments. And then her eyesight got too bad, and she just couldn't. She didn't want to play anymore. It's not. I mean, remember in blind bowls you can be totally blind and still play. And she just her interest just lost, and her health and stuff like that. So. And it was at that stage that Western Province asked me to look after a guy by the name of Stephen Coleman down in Western Province, even though I was in Johannesburg. And we managed to play a little bit together for a while. And then from there, I got asked to look after Michelle Ushin, also in Western Province. And thanks to her, I was fortunate enough to be selected for Team South Africa and went last year to Australia. But at the same time, my son Jared was busy coming through the ranks.
Progressing, making a name for himself.
And he's currently under the ratings within disability. He's currently rated number 1. He's been number 1 now for about 18 months. In disability, and I was a very proud dad in March this year when, as Bowl South Africa, I was able to present him with his Protea blazer as well. So it was quite an emotional day.
I can imagine.
So that's my family's link, and our family link with the bowls and where we've gone with it. Disability bowls is obviously very much still
your passion.
My passion, and if I could get every person who has a disability classified and on these greens, it would be a wonderful sight to see.
and especially you being a director as well, I think that's probably one of the biggest challenges for clubs when they have blind bowlers, is to find directors, because you basically have to step back from your own playing to help somebody else enjoy the sport. So I think directors are very underrated as volunteers, and that's why it's so nice that when you win a medal, you're part of the team. It's you become fully part of the team, and it's not easy being a director.
You know, people look and they would all love to be a director.
Yeah.
And I think that was another 2. I think it was.
Yeah, it looks like it was 2. Just wait for update, but I think it was at least 2.
Yeah. I think what people don't realise is, as a director, yes, your knowledge of the sport has to be there, because you're giving them line, you're giving them length, you're talking to them about their weight, you're playing tactics, all of that type of stuff. Yeah. 2 to JBA. You know, so you're very much in the game with the player. Obviously, the more experienced blindies, as we lovingly refer to them,
as they refer to themselves as well,
and they refer to themselves. The blindies do have as they grow, they start to, when you talk to them and you draw the picture of the head for them in their imagination, they do slowly start to take over and start to call what shots they want to play, and you know. But initially, it's very much as a director, you have to be able to do all of those types of things.
I think that's the amazing thing about the blind bowlers, is they're playing the game in the imagination. Yep. And you can see they get excited when they get a good shot.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've played against a few blind bowlers, and it's always amazing to be at the Disability Nationals. And I was fortunate this year to also to be at the International Bowls for the Disabled tournament hosted in South Africa as well, and it was a wonderful experience.
But yeah, I just, as I said now, I'm just looking this year. Great to see Louise from Disability playing top bowls at in the able-bodied. She's got a good track record at JBA anyway.
Yeah.
In the able-bodied categories. So.
And she'll be hoping to help Jason win his first mixed pairs title. I don't think he's won this title yet.
No, I was fortunate enough to have the trophy with me coming down to. Yeah. I've had it for the last week to bring it down to Newcastle, and I actually did not see his name on it.
No, I also went back to 2013 on the records, and I couldn't see.
Yeah. So. Maybe he's set his targets again. He wants his name on this trophy a few times.
He has it on all the other trophies.
Yeah.
And he's had a great season this year in JBA as well, and at the Interdistricts, winning with the JBA side.
Yeah.
And then of course the 5. Putting his name in the history books at the Masters.
No, I think he now equals. If I'm correct, he equals Jerry.
Yeah, they equal. They alone at the top.
They alone at the top.
And Jerry will probably be goating him and said, "I've won the mixed pairs at least."
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, because
CP going on the drive. Oh, he didn't miss that one by much.
Sadly, he's taken
2 of his own balls.
Annalie's balls out as well.
So he only has one ball on the green there at this moment. So he's 4 down. Bit of those cowboy balls.
Yeah, possibly just a little bit of just
loosening, yeah.
Loosening up.
But he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss many. I've played a game against him in fours where he burnt 5 in a row. Every time my side was holding, he was burning them. We were fortunate enough, luckily time caught up to him, so we won the game by 1 point.
You see, it was just a matter of loosening up, getting the tension out.
Well, he had the back ball, so if he got onto that jack and he's limited.
He's cut them down from 5 to 2.
So, and there's perfect line, so he just needs to slightly adjust his weight. Good weight adjustment from going from to the drive onto the draw. That's something you need to practice as a player if you want to play the attacking shot.
Sorry, I was just listening there to the discussion between Louise and Jason. With him saying that he wants to try and move a bit of movement on the jack. And yeah, I looked at it, and the movement on the jack could change it.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly a measure 4 or 5 again.
Yeah. Annalise just asking for a meter on that last ball. Now, for everybody watching this game, I think here you have probably 4 of the players with the smoothest delivery actions. I'm just going to be short on that one. It's at least the 3, it looks like. Might have a look at the 4th one. The 3 has been taken out. No, Jason asking for a measure.
Very polite there.
Oh, he thinks it's 5. So Jason also helping him out just to make sure that it is the maximum of 5. Yeah, 4 inserts. So it's 5.
Yeah. CP has agreed it's 5. Just quite a nice controlled weight movement on the jack. Changed it from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Nice going.
Yeah, good discussion, like you said, between Louise and Jason
prior to the
delivery. Yeah, they've taken now a commanding lead, but there's still a few ends to go.
Yeah.
But they've 10 ends played now. Oh. Missed a few.
Yeah.
Going for that longer end again, but the mat has been moved up slightly.
Yeah, see, they've got the mat up about 3 meters.
Yeah. I think just for the viewers, we'll give you an update, let's say, after 12 ends of all the matches. And we have 6 ends to go. You'll have an idea of what the action is. A great start there by Louise, just short of the jack.
Annalise has got such a relaxed and smooth, easy delivery. It's no force in it, or she just flows. Been watching Louise's once she gets on the mat, she goes into a breathing. She does a whole breathing ritual. Once she's got her line, then she does this breathing ritual, and then goes down and delivers the ball. And you know, you watch all the good players. All of them have got this
pre-delivery routine, as they call it.
Yes, yeah, and it's all to do with getting their muscle memory.
Yeah, and getting into the right mindset and the belief and the visualization. And it's always exactly the same thing. That's the key part when we do the coaching as well, is developing a pre-delivery routine, and it has to be the same no matter what shot you play.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that newbies to the game must understand, and that slowly but surely they must develop this whole routine, muscle memory, and it can pay off for every type of shot you want to play. You don't have to change your routine because you're going to be playing
a drive. Yeah, you can see with
okay, we're going into a bit of a rescue mode here at the table at the moment. There's a nice strong breeze just belted through here. Still, the wind is not strong enough to have affected the play or anything like that, but
especially if you're coming from the coast, you think there's nothing blowing at the moment.
Again, I watch CP's delivery, and just watching how smooth and controlled and rhythmic. I think that would be the correct word. The rhythmic delivery.
And of course, Jason with his little kiss on the bowl.
Yeah,
it's also part of his delivery routine.
Yeah.
And I actually watched a few videos back from a few years back, Commonwealth, and he's been doing it for a very long time. So it's part of his delivery routine.
I'm afraid I can't get a top view of that head at the moment.
I think this might be just here a little bit close. I know the bowler is also standing underneath. He's just standing in our way slightly. Maybe we can see it now. It looks like it's a good measure between CP's bowl and Jason's bowl.
Yeah. And I haven't seen it. I was looking for
Line one.
No, holding one, so it's in favour of Jason.
Has been confirmed that Jason's holding the one.
I must be thinking about maybe putting something there at the back just in case, but I don't think CP's going to go up and have a look.
No, he's going to put one right at the back.
Yeah, he's going to put a bit of insurance there at the back. Will he say on? Oh. No, he was definitely worried about that attacking shot, because I think if CP can get onto his front bowl and move that jack backwards, depending on the angles, or he might go for a clean shot onto CP's bowl and get it out of the head, but he has the risk of taking his own bowl out.
It's underneath CP's last bowl, so any movement on the jack backward is very dangerous for JBA, as you can see there. With Northern Cape holding 4 near the ditch, or sitting with 4 near the ditch. Let's see what he does.
Setting up for the draw shot onto either the jack, but I think he's gone a bit wide. I think he was caught in two minds there.
That was one of those, yes. Do I do this or do I do that?
Type
of.
That's the one, two.
often when you've got that, you end up going between both.
Yeah.
Neither of them work for you. So that moves JBA
to 18.
18-7.
Again, the mat being moved up about 3 meters. Louise playing on her backhand. This looks to be on a good line, and the weight looks good as well. Jason is happy with it. Finally also on the backhand. Just running through. Louise again on the backhand.
Very good, yeah.
Oh, what a great second bowl. Forcing Annelie to change the hand onto the forehand. It's going slightly wide. They haven't played that ditch hand that much.
Add a meter, dude. Add a meter. You're in there, it's really good.
Jason just wanting one at the back. He has the two, so starting to build ahead. It's so important not to make it too big of a target. And that's a great positional play, exactly where Jason wanted it. Annelie still going a bit wide and running through slightly. Because I did send it to him.
What time did you say? 11 o'clock will be finished. That's okay. But we haven't had any things done that in? Okay. Still on 11. All right, so we went and
went on your walkabout
and then get some scores for you guys. So on the sea green with Border versus Port Natal. Border's up 15-7 with Port Natal. Then we have got BGN, the Pretoria crowd versus Northwest. bowls, and after 11 ends they peels. 9 all. Then Boerland versus
NIBA.
NIBA.
Natal Inland.
Natal Inlands. For those that you, NIBA is 11-9 to Boerland. Northern Free State versus Sables. Northern Free State is up on Sables, 9-7 after 12 ends. Then Kingfisher versus Limpopo. Kingfisher after 10 ends is 11-4 up on Limpopo.
So CP going on the drive there. He was 3 down, missing his target, so that's 3-4. So it's 4-2 JBA. So they move on to 22.
Then on the other games on this rink, so as you saw there now, JBA is 22, Northern Cape 7, rink 1. On rink 2 we have Sedibeng down to Ekurhuleni, 6-11 on rink 2. So Ekurhuleni has had a bit of a turnaround there. They've moved up to 11 over the youngsters from Sedibeng. We then have Southern Free State versus EP. After 12 ends, EP is 11-10 up on Southern Free State. Mpumalanga is 13-10 up on Western Province at the moment, and that's also after 11 ends. And then Eden versus KZN is KZN is up on Eden 15-6. So yeah, and they're all around the 11-12 ends at this stage.
Yeah, and on YouTube we're up to 220 live viewers. Good start for the tournament. Hopefully we'll break the record of 500 on Sunday for the finals.
10 o'clock on a working week is not too bad.
Yeah, I think everybody's having a nice tea and coffee while they're watching and opening the spreadsheet every time the boss comes past. Let us know where you're watching from and which towns you are from, and if you're from outside South Africa.
And you can let us know which districts you're
supporting
behind.
Yeah.
And we'll try and keep you up to date with how that district is going with their scores. Not a problem. I don't know whether you've noticed the wind is gradually
just picking up slightly.
Picking up, but it is blowing more or less. Actually, I thought it was blowing straight down the green. But
no, it's changing. Yeah.
It's starting to swirl a little bit.
We have the windsock here to our side, and it's deciding to go in each direction of the.
It can't make up its mind which way it wants to blow at the moment.
It's almost like being in a PE. It changes every 5 minutes. I remember when I was there for the Nationals, one of the players said, "How do I like the weather?" I said, "Oh, it's alright." He said, "Don't get too used to it, it will change in 5 minutes." Yeah, some smart work being done here by, you can see why Arthur's on the executive.
With the wind blowing, pumping through here, tablecloth was blowing all over the place, and Arthur Langley kindly went along and tied his laptop backpack.
I hope it's his and not somebody else's.
To the corner of the tablecloth. This tablecloth's not going anywhere anymore. Unless, of course, we're in the Cape with those winds at the moment.
Oh, great line. Yeah, wonderful draw there.
Lovely shot from CP there.
Where do you like it?
If he can get around his own ball.
I think we just need to get another one close. Power scores. If your one goes.
Yeah. Jason just asking the question, what if Louise's ball goes, how much he'll be down? He's not far off on this one. Will he fall over? Oh, it's in a good position. Just holding out slightly.
It's the one in run scenario.
Yeah. Secretly declaring that one.
Charles has asked his mother to play a full end because I did see he asked her to put the mat right at the back.
Yeah, great line. All the players seem to be finding the line quite easy, more easily on the backhand, playing towards the commentary, and the same when they're playing away from us on the forehand. He's wanted to change the hand, thinking that Louise's ball's in the way, but decided to go on the backhand as well. Again, he's adjusted well to go around that one, and weight adjustment is also perfect.
Stay there, Lou. Just beat your last ball.
It's going slightly wide. So first for that one might be in the way. Could be the case.
Finally sticking on that hand, trying to.
Oh, yeah.
And fortunately takes a ride off of Louise's ball and just on the jack.
Back line. Yeah. And the jack being moved backwards here. So Annalise ball is now holding short. I don't think much changed. She was holding short before it moved as well. I think it's important for CP side to try and win this end to start the momentum shift, because there's not many ends left. After this one it's only four ends left there. On this, including this one, it's 5. Oh, I wanted to get onto that shot ball, turn it over, make it 2. It's 1 to Northern Cape, so they'll move on to 9. The 14 ends completed.
That's the week's tournament.
Let's see, Western Province in Mpumalanga are 13, 13, 13.
Yeah.
On 13 ends, peels on 13 shots each. So Western Province has made a bit of a move.
Old experienced Neil Burkett getting into, showing his experience. The game is not over until
the last ball.
Bowled.
Yep.
How we say, when for my players, I tell them, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time, so it's 1 bowl at a time.
I know the outcome. Before you tell me, I know the outcome. When Alice and I was spelling, it was sweet. Forget it. But anyway, we went to which is we helped them on the green. Talking now and then. Pretty good job. Stood on the line. You know what happened? You know exactly what happened. Never underestimate. That day, we came up at great places. Dealt the toe. And we didn't have to help them. I know. Now I'm in that position. Now I've got to speak.
You can still hold your own. You can still hold it. I'm getting big.
Oh, back live, Jason drawing a wonderful shot there.
CP challenging it there.
Yeah, putting a good second shot in there.
Challenging.
Jason saying he thinks this might be a touch wide. It's 2 seconds. He's going to try for the run. Playing with controlled weight.
I think it's on a touch wide. Sadly.
How many thirds do we have? 3. And Sapia's bowl is how far behind the jack? How far has it got to move? The others to come. Got to move a meter.
Oh, so asking. Also going attacking, trying to get that second shot out. Wants to move it at least a meter. Oh. Oops. So, giving one to...
This happens to even the top bowlers and the occasional...
Makes us novices feel a lot better.
Yes. So that moves Northern Cape onto 10.
Yeah.
And
15 ends completed.
15 ends completed.
Northern Cape going for a long end again.
Full end this time.
Yeah.
Good job. No, that's
And don't forget the table as well. Table
You can still read it.
Too
small.
No, we're just going to make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
For the viewers.
Yeah.
A couple.
And the 15 in the wrong place. Okay, as you can see, JBA is 22-10 up after 15 ends. CP's just moved Jason out for the second shot, with Louis still holding. So JBA holding one. I can give you an update on the rest of the scores on this green. Is on ring 2, Sedibeng versus Ekurhuleni. Ekurhuleni's up 19-7 after 16 ends. So that game is getting close to the end with 16 ends being played. We have got Eden KZN. KZN 17-10 up on the Free State, Southern Free State, versus Eastern Province. That's quite a tight game. They're only at 14 ends, so still 4 ends to go, and EP is up 13-11 now. And then we've got a bit of movement on the Mpumalanga versus Western Province game. I'm sorry, they're just changing the score there quickly now, and Mpumalanga has moved to 16, with Western Province being 17. So that was a 3-shot pickup by Mpumalanga on that end from the previous end. And then Ryan's gone off to go and get us the scores from the other green, so we can keep you up to date with the relevant scores. JBA picked up just the 1 on this last end. Oh, sorry, my apologies, picked up 3 on this last end. 3 for JBA on the last end. 2 ends to go. 24, leading 25-10 after 16 ends. During the course of the morning, the wind has slowly picked up, westerly coming off the mountains. It's stabilized now to be blowing more or less straight down the green, so it's not affecting the run of the ball as much, purely the speed of the ball at the moment, with it coming straight down the green now. Johan's gone and fetched us the latest scores from the other games.
Got some. They're getting close to the business end that side. So after most of them are on 15 and 16 ends. So we have Border versus Port Natal. Border leading for 79. Then BGN Northwest. Northwest has come back after they've peeled. They've now in the lead. When they started, they were a bit down, so they're currently 11-10 in the lead. So that's a close match.
That's a tight match. One shot in it all the time.
Yeah,
it's tight all the time there.
Then we have Boland versus Natal Inland, 15-12 in favour of Boland. Then we have Northern Free State versus Sables. Northern Free State leading 13-11. This one didn't write. Just going to quickly get the Kingfisher score for us.
They are busy changing the score, so
yep.
Kingfish
49. Yeah, that is correct. 49 after 14 ends. 49. For Kingfisher in favour of Limpopo's 9. Yeah, getting close to the end of this match.
Let's see how your theory holds up. JBA on the change round is holding.
Yeah. And let's see if it works. Are we working?
We're working on our theory of if the lead is holding at the changeover, they normally tend to win that in, showing the importance of a good lead.
Yeah, I find players often want to get promoted into the other positions far too quickly.
The importance of a great lead can never be underestimated. Right from the lead being able to put down the jack to a specific length that the skip understands that the rest of the team can play accurately to that length.
And it's a tactical thing as well, because you're playing to your strengths, and sometimes you need to change things up a little bit, like Northern Cape did by playing the longer ends to see if they can shift the momentum. So it's important that your lead can place it exactly where you want it or where your team is strong, and of course not losing the jack as well and losing that advantage. And having the advantage gives a player like Jason the opportunity to do a beautiful draw like that, because there's little pressure on him. He's not rushed. You're a lot more relaxed when you're holding 3 or 4, not chasing the game.
Yep. Yeah.
I think this could be a possible 4, maybe 3. So having 2 out already. Yeah, 2.
Only 2.
CP's ball there at the back, limiting the damage slightly. So 24-10 after
17.
17, 25.
Yep. Yep, it's 25 after 17 ends.
27, it's 27. No, we missed the score there and the previous end. It's 27-10 after 17 ends completed.
Yep, this is the
last end.
Last end. Time-wise, 10:30.
Yeah, and our stream has been well supported. We've had lots of views. We're up to almost 250. So if you've enjoyed this stream, remember you can always comment and enjoy it later on as well. It stays on YouTube forever. I think some of the players will be watching some of their key shots later on this evening.
What is the game we're live streaming next? Do you
have it here?
Have it here. So
it's Eastern Province versus Western Province.
Oh, all Cape Affair.
All Cape Affair.
Okay.
We'll see which way the wind blows. We'll have the legend Neil Burkett on the screen.
I think I'll ask Neil what it's like to play on greens and not play in water.
See if that one picks up something. Okay. Yeah, let's test if our interview mic is working. It's picked up on the sound. Great start for Louise again. She's really piled on the pressure. I think that's definitely been the advantage for JBA.
Louise has definitely.
We should maybe be calling her man of the match or lady of the match, and I think Louise is probably in the lead at this stage. I don't know about your thoughts.
Definitely, she's definitely played very well.
And the pressure starts at the front.
Yep. I'm afraid I've been watching over the other rinks on the games that are going on, and not at this last stage watching what's happening here and live streaming. But that's JBA holding 4 at the moment. The pressure has really been on CP.
Who would like the card?
With the two of them. No, he made the. So JBA takes that 3 shots there, so 30-18, 30-10 on the 18th end, and we're going to have an interview with him.
Well, your lovely wife has played.
Yeah.
I Yeah, how did you find the green, Jason?
Yeah, look, the green was really good, to be honest with you. Weight was crucial. Yeah, I mean, if you had good weight, it always seemed to come back nicely. A little bit of weight just seemed to stick there, but that's normal. Quick greens are normally like that.
Yeah, and it was running quite quick. I think it was about 15 at the morning.
Yeah, I would have thought it was around about 14 or 15, around about that. Not quite as quick as Joburg, but nice,
Yes, yeah.
nice pace. The lines were true if you had good weight.
Yeah. And we were discussing, I don't think you've won this title at the mixed pairs yet.
No.
So this is the one eluding you?
Well, yeah, it's a nice one to look at. The section we're in is really.
I have to say it's a tough section.
It's a tough section. I expect Siapia will win a lot more going forward. I think his mum just battled on the pace a little.
Yeah.
But they're quality bowlers, and look, they're going to come back strong,
Yeah.
So it was a good one to get out the way. Because they're too good, they're better than that.
And we'll be hoping that he has a repeat of his history. The last time he won this title, he won the under-30s as well, so he's already won the under-30s this year, so he'll be hoping to repeat 2018.
Absolutely, yeah.
And your lead, your lovely wife, did well today.
Yeah, look,
piling on the pressure.
Look, she's like nervous as anything. You know what I mean? It's like you know, it's like a drugstore at the hotel. They take Valiums and everything to keep her calm. You know, but no, she's good as gold. She's tough as boots. So you know, so that's
and you're one of the married couples, the brave ones.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like I said, nobody else will play with me, so got to play with the wife. No, joking.
No, we
The
are.
only place in the world you can tell me what to do.
Yeah, but that's the way it works normally in a good marriage.
Absolutely, yeah.
But thank you. Glad you enjoyed the day. We had about 260 viewers enjoying your live stream.
Oh, nice,
So
good.
good
Okay.
start for the tournament.
Excellent.
And we'll see you probably maybe in the finals if we're lucky. It depends on the section is like you say. It's a tough section.
Tough section.
We were speaking yesterday about how many Protea players are in this field this year.
Yeah.
And ex-Protea, so it's a really tough field.
Yeah, very tough. But look, sometimes that's better to have a tough section because, you know, each one can knock each one, and you know, you get off to a nice start like we have. You know, it sets the tone a little bit, but you know, it's going to be tough. But long way to go, mate.
Your next match?
No idea, but yeah.
Good luck with that one.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you for joining us. And
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
So during the interview with Jason, just to let you know that Western Province won their game 23-16. The final two ends taking 3 shots on each end. Southern Free State and EP still have got 2 ends to go. There was 1 or 2 burnt ends during that game so far. The game between Sedibeng and Ekurhuleni ended in Ekurhuleni taking that one 21-8 against the youngsters. So the results are all going to start rolling in now, and we'll try and get them to you as soon as they are available.
As soon as they're posted on the bowls draw and we have them available, we'll post them on all the social media platforms. Thanks, Owen, for joining us on the commentary. It's not your first time, I think. You've been in the commentary a few times now.
Once or twice. And yeah, you're going to have the pleasure of Arthur on the next game. What was the next game?
EP versus Western Province. I'll have to make sure he keeps impartial.
Yeah, no, he's going to. The impartiality could come in there. But thanks for the time, and
thank you for joining us, and thanks for all our viewers. We had over 250 live viewers, so it's a good start. Remember, that's your way of helping us promote the sport. Showing how good our players are. It's important that we as lawn bowlers share our sport and make sure everybody sees it in action, and maybe the bug hits.
Yep.
So thank you everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.